With Ballerina now available on VOD, fans finally get a deeper look at the first John Wick spin-off starring Ana de Armas as revenge-driven assassin Eve Macaro. Yet one key question nagged audiences in theaters. Why does John Wick suddenly hunt Eve during the third act, and where does that moment fit in the overall timeline? A newly released deleted scene, included in the digital release's bonus features, answers both questions in under 2 minutes, and its absence in the theatrical cut may be the film's biggest misstep. What happens in the deleted scene? Setting: aboard a night train, John Wick is clearly en route to his next mission. The director, Angelica Houston, phones John and reminds him he owes her a favor. The assignment: she instructs him to deal with Eve Macaro in the Carpathian Mountains. John's reaction: he bristles, noting Eve is Javier's daughter, but reluctantly agrees. Timeline hint: John's destination is Morocco to kill the Elder, the opening of John Wick, Chapter 4. Placing the Ballerina confrontation squarely between Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. Total runtime? About 107 seconds. Enough to lock the spin-off's chronology and clarify John's motives without dragging the pace. Why the scene matters. Question: theatrical cut deleted scene explanation. Why does John attack Eve at all? Vague favor to the director subtext. Explicit phone call forces John to repay a debt. When does this happen? Unclear. Audiences debated Chapter 3 versus Chapter 4 overlap. Obvious midpoint. Post NYC duel. Chapter 4/pre Morocco Elder hit. Why does John spare Eve? Ambiguous friendship? Plot armor? He never intended to kill her. He's annoyed at the director, stalls, then lets Eve finish her mission. The larger implications. Building shared universe tissue. The call connects the Rusca Roma's ballet theater, scene in Parabellum, to John's personal storyline. Canonizing that debt makes future crossovers cleaner. Javier's daughter tease. John's familiarity with Eve's father hints at shared history. A sequel, or flashback spin-off, could explore Javier and John's early assassin days, deepening Eve's emotional arc. Streamlined Chapter 4 timeline. Fans always wondered how John had time to travel from NYC to Morocco. Slotting in the Ballerina detour adds texture to his globetrotting spree. Why was it cut? Lionsgate hasn't offered an official reason. Possibilities include runtime discipline. Even 2 minutes can disrupt pacing in a lean, 114-minute action film. Test screen focus. Early audiences might have found extra exposition unnecessary. Future retcon flexibility. Leaving John's motives vague grants writers wiggle room for later stories. Still, the choice feels counterintuitive. John Wick's cameo was central to marketing. Omitting the connective tissue only confused viewers. Could this hurt the franchise? Ballerina's modest box office, combined with its narrative ambiguity, leaves the proposed Ballerina 2 in limbo. While John Wick 5 and an animated prequel remain in development, spin-offs now face higher scrutiny, including concise, clarifying scenes, especially those starring Keanu Reeves, could bolster fan confidence and critical reception. Final verdict. The deleted train sequence should have stayed. It neatly stitches Ballerina into the broader John Wick continuity, clarifies John's moral calculus, and tees up future stories. At only 107 seconds, it's hard to see how the benefits didn't outweigh the runtime cost. Thankfully, fans can now watch it at home and slot it back into their personal canon where it belongs.